we're going to be just going live on YouTube here. You can probably see that. So that we've also got set up a YouTube channel just for these types of trainings so that we can just catalog those for future reference. All right, so I'm going to go in and share my screen. And I'm here with Michael's website, Jazzy Realtor. And there's, as we've talked before, there's a lot of things that we can do. For example, all the websites here come with just your beginning blog articles right here. And Michael, do you mind if I use your website just to show a few things around, and then anything I do, I'll just get rid of it later. Is that okay?
No problem at all.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. It always helps too if you can sort of see how things work with your website, because some of them are set up just slightly different, although the majority of things are all the same. So let's say, for example, we're going to, let's say, for example, we want to put in, say just a simple blog article. And by the way, guys, we mentioned we've got the new service that we are launching where the beginning service is going to be free to agents. We're going to get that out to Greystone agents first. And it's where you get a monthly market report added to your website at no charge. And you can take and put that in your newsletter. You can share it on your social media. It's, with having that every month, it's showing people that, hey, you're adding stuff to your website every month. So we're really excited about that. And we've just about got that nailed down. So usually, guys, when I start with doing an article, I'll start with the normal things, and I'll put it in Word first of all, because then, of course, you have your title, and then you have your text, and you've got your paragraphs there. And the big thing with this is you can come over here and use Grammarly, Grammarly, and we may be putting this in the little chat boxes with my assistant sitting beside me here, Beth. And so the cool thing about this is you can do your grammar checks and everything like that. So I just find it makes it a whole lot easier. And then from here, I just copy and paste. So that's the first tip I have for you today, is go on and use Word. You can use the free Grammarly. If you start using it a lot and you really want to upgrade, they've got a premium service you can purchase. And I finally did that not long ago, but for years, I just used the free version. And so I just find it really easy to put it in there. Okay, so when you're done with that, you just come over to your website and you log in, and your website is just your URL /WP-admin, WP-admin. And that is the default login. And most of our sites use that. Occasionally, we have to change that up a little bit. Okay, so of course, with your website, you'll have a login. You just log right in, and you see your dashboard. Now, one of the things as a total package of our service that we do, is we take care of all of this updating. So you don't have to worry about updating your plugins, your themes, and all of that. And sometimes that can get a little messy. We're very careful about doing that because sometimes there may be a problem with WordPress, or they come out with a brand new version, and it can cause a little disruption and stuff. So we're very careful about that. And we also have two backup applications. So your websites are redundantly backed up. They're backed up on the server level, and also they are backed up with the service right here of Blog Vault. And so the backups are kept in the cloud on secure servers. So there's double backup redundancy with the service we're providing to you. I'll go on and show you while I'm here. Bunny.net is a CDN. That stands for Content Delivery Network. And this is super important, especially for SEO and for speed. And what this does is it puts the static parts of your website, such as your images and things like that, it puts it on servers throughout the world so that the person that goes to your website will be served these assets for your website at a server close to them, so that it's got really good speed. So this also is part of the service that we provide to the agents for the monthly cost. All right, so there's other things there with that, and I'll mention those as we might run into them. So let's say we've got here's Michael's website, and guys, if you have questions, just stop me as we go. So, and we're going to add a page to the blog. Now, if you're not familiar with WordPress, you've got posts, and the posts are for the blog, and then you've got pages, and your different pages of your website. For example, I'll just open up on the front end for a second. For example, here on Michael's website, of course, his homepage, that's a page. Properties, buyers, sellers, rent to own, testimonials, about, contact. These are all pages. But when you hit blog, and then it's got these articles that come with the Greystone website already in there, these are actually posts. Now, when we add a new post, it's just going to put the next one on top here so that when people come, they see the newest one right on the top. And when they click on it, either the title or here on the button, then they go and they see that. Now, it's really super easy. It's really super easy to put these in. First thing I'm going to do is just open an existing one right here. And by the way, Michael, if you ever want to come in here and you want to change any of these, this is how you do it right here. Now, we've got Beaver Builder, which we provide with all of our websites. Beaver Builder, we use, they've got a free version and they've got a pro version. We provide the pro version, which is a paid version for all of our websites with our enterprise license. This page builder is used by some of the biggest companies in the world, such as Disney, some of the greatest WordPress companies, such as WP Engine. And so this is an awesome page builder, and it is so awesome, it's really easy to use. So I'm just going to, oh, wait, hang on a second. Yeah, page builder wasn't being used on that, sorry guys. So let me go back. Just go back here to where we were before, just hitting back. Okay, very good. So I could go, for example, let's say, Michael, you want to change something on your homepage. Let me show that for a second. And then we have Beaver Builder, and it's got the green dot beside it. That tells us Beaver Builder is being used for that page. I just click on it. And let's say, Michael, if you want to come down here and you want to change, say, whatever you say right here, you can see what lights up as I highlight it. And I'm going to highlight this area right here. I'm going to click. And then, Michael, you just come in here, you make any change that you want, and you just click Save. And when you're done, you just click Done. And you have the choice now. You can discard this if you don't like it, you want to start all over, or you can publish it if you're good to go with it. I'm just going to say discard for right now. All right, so let me pause for a second. Any questions? Any questions now before we move forward? That's just real easy how you change an existing. Okay. All right, so I did have a note handed to me. I'll show you this really quick. I'm going to click. Let's go. We're at the home page again. I'm going to click Beaver Builder again. It's going to open up our page builder. And I'm going to click back down here, and I'm going to go down here. Notice, Michael, your last name has the red line underneath of it. And that's because your last name is not in the spelling database. And I want to just show you right here. You guys see, you might be able to see this. I've got Grammarly right inside the WordPress right here. And so when you sign up for Grammarly, you can have it come in and do your Word documents. You can have it on your WordPress. For example, right here is giving me a red under the word and suggesting that we put a comma in front of and. And of course, it's your choice to whether you do that or not. Same thing right here. So guys, if you go to Grammarly, let me get out of here for 1 second. I'm going to discard. Okay. If you go to Grammarly and you get your free online writing assistant, guys, it is really super awesome. It will help you not only with your website, it will help you with pretty much anything that you do. So Grammarly is that right there. All right, guys, if you have any questions, just ask, and I'll do those. I'll address those. Okay, so we've talked about with your existing website, you want to make changes. For example, once again, we're over here with Michael on his buyer's page. We see Beaver Builder has the green circle beside it. I'm just going to click on Beaver Builder. Michael, we're going to come right down here. If I want to change the title, I just highlight here. You see that it's got the blue in it, and then you see you can change it right here, exactly what that says. It's set to be all caps. I'm going to cancel. If you want to change this area right here, just highlight it, open it up. Michael, you can change anything that's in here. You get done, you can just save it. Or if you say, oh, I don't want to mess with this right now, I can just cancel, and then again, click done, and then you can either save it or you can get rid of that. I do want to point out right here, guys, Michael, you see this, it's got orange around it. That's orange, I believe. Yep. So what this means, this is something that is saved as a global asset. So it can be on multiple pages. Now, what is really cool about this, guys, for example, Michael, you'll notice that this sidebar here is on a lot of different pages. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably on the properties, buyers, sellers, rent to own. It's probably on testimonials, probably on about contact, probably on just about everything. So Michael, if you want to change something here, you don't have to go to every one of those pages and change it. Say for example, you got a different phone number. I just clicked on it. It just opens that up. I can just change your phone number right here. And then it's going to, you can see it's heading global. It's going to change it on your website everywhere that it is. So that saves because, you know, maybe one day, I mean, you've got like hundreds of blog articles and stuff like that. They're just really quick to make one simple little change. All right, I'm done. I'm going to discard. I'm going to get out of there. All right, guys, any questions?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you provide that login? You added something to the end of the website name. It was WP.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. Beth, if you would put this in the chat box also, guys. Okay, so let me just go over to an Incognito browser. Guys, if you're not familiar with Incognito browsers, this is something that really helps you out a lot. What an Incognito browser is, number one, it's used, of course, for privacy, that you're not tracked with whatever you do. With web development and messing with your website, the importance of the Incognito browser is when you open it up, you start fresh without any cache. So guys, cache is what, when you go to visit a website, depending on how you have your settings with your browsers, all the default settings will cache like the images and things like that. That way, the next time you go to that page, they're a lot faster. So when you go to Incognito Browser, there's no cache. So Michael, just go to your URL, and it's wp-admin. wp-admin. Now, for everyone, this is the default login for WordPress. So if you've got a WordPress website, you can count on this being the URL for you to log in as an administrator. Now, sometimes there'll be computer attacks on the website or something like that. On super rare occasions, when that happens, we'll simply move the login page to a different URL just so people don't, so that the computers can't guess what it is, right? So that's really super rare, but for everyone with Greystone, would not have that issue. WP-admin, WP-admin is your login. All right, Michael, did that answer your question? Okay.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay, guys, so let's look over here at the blog once again. And I went, for example, to this tips for first-time homebuyers. Notice that it does not have the green button by the green circle. It's a white circle by Beaver Builder, which means we didn't use the page builder to set up this page. So what we're going to do then is just we're simply, in this case, instead of clicking Beaver Builder, we're just going to click Edit Post. And just the default WordPress page where you edit, it just simply comes up. So let me just review this with you for just a moment, and then we'll start. We'll add a brand new post in there that I'll remove when we're done. So up here at the top is your title. Below it is your permalink. This is also called a slug, S-L-U-G. And this is the URL that your page is going to appear. So you can see this URL is the website.com/blog/first-time-homebuyers/tips first-time-homebuyers. All right, so notice the category. All of your blogs will have a category. That's mandatory. And that is also helpful for SEO. So for the blogs, not talking about pages, but for the posts, I'll show you up here. We're talking about posts. They all have categories. Here's where you set your categories. And I'll show you that in just a moment. Your pages are down here, and they do not have categories. All right, so we've got the categories over here on the right-hand side. If we were to make changes to this blog post, when we're done, we would click Update, and that would accept the changes that we have here. Notice again that I have Grammarly. Grammarly doesn't know that usually, I would say the majority of publications makes home buying one word. Some suggestions here with payment, zero down, oftentimes like that. It's your decision as to which of these suggestions that you accept. And also with Grammarly, it tells us that this is reader friendly. So that little icon can be helpful there also. All right, so here's the category. If you want to add a category, you can do so on the fly. And let's say we want to just put, say Michael's going to have a section on mortgage rates. He's going to say that the parent is blog because this is in the blog category. And he would say add new category. And that new category would appear here and be automatically checked. So that's how you can add them on the fly, or you can come over here and you can make them on the left-hand side. Just go over there where you can add and manage all your categories. Tags. Tags is another way of people finding your pages. So you don't want to make the tag like my category is first time home buyer, so I wouldn't want the same tag there because that's redundant. So maybe I want to put like tag credit score, and I can click add that. Maybe I want to make another one to tag for down payment. So, you can put your tags there. Typically, from an SEO standpoint, we don't add any tags. You can do it, you'll be fine, but you just want to make sure you don't have the duplicate content penalty, which we're not going to talk about today. But so just personally, we don't put any tags in any of our client websites that we manage for SEO. We don't add any tags. Okay, so these are all just default things right here. And we're just, the editor type of editor we're in is just it's just a standard editor. Okay, so now here is where we get to the featured image. The featured image, guys, let me show you. Let me just view this, the front end of this. Guys, right here, if you want to view the front end, you can say view post right here. This is super important because you could be working on this. You want to say, oh, what does this look like? Okay. I'm just going to right click, open in a new tab. What that does is it lets me stay right here. Okay. So guys, the featured image, I'm going to go to blog right here. Here's the featured image. If you don't put in a featured image, when they come over here to the list of articles, there won't be anything there and it's not going to look really great, okay? So so here's the featured image. The featured image is put in, I'll just put it back here. I'm going to say remove that right there. I'm just going to show you how it's done. Set featured image. And then you just come over here and you find the image that you want to use. And I won't go through and find it now, Michael. I just won't save this right here. So that way it'll still be in there. Okay, so here's where you do the featured image. Set the featured image right there. Now, let me show you something real important, guys. Here's where you set the images for your social media. And Michael, we didn't have any set here for you. So let me just go on and do this for you right here. This is where you set where your images come in right here for your social media, and they can be different. Select, let's go down here to Twitter. Same thing. So this is really super important because when someone shares your article on social media, you want the image to automatically come up. Michael, since I've done all this, I'm going to go on and set your featured image so that all this will be saved together. So when you're putting in your post, you want to make sure you have your featured image. You want to come over here to the Yoast SEO. You want to come to social. You want to put in image for Facebook, image for Twitter. That way, when people show it, share your article, everything is already there. Okay, so guys, here is your SEO settings. This is what by default this will look like on Google when somebody does a search and finds it. All right, here's where you can change the slug, the URL right here. Here is where you can change your title. Notice by default, we have we have this all coming in the page title, separator, the site title. You can see it, page title, site title is Michael Kernoodle, jazzyrealtor.com. And here's where we have the meta description. So, and this little bar gives you a suggestion. You want to try to keep it green or orange. If you're getting it red, you're way far out, okay? So those are just the basics of what you set with SEO. If you want to get real super technical, you don't want like in your slug, like this, the little small words like and, or the word or the word it, or the word a. You just want your major words in that right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to update this because I did add those images in there. And it just spins there. It'll be done in just a moment. The page comes up and you're good to go. If you see any things like this is stuff we'll take care of later when we deal with all the plugins and stuff like that. Okay, so there's an article that we wanted to do a little update, and we just made a little change there with those images. All right, so I'll pause here for a second. Any questions, guys? Anybody have any questions? Okay, so basically we've covered how to, if you've got a page, how you can edit a page, say if you want to change a little bit on the page. We have covered, like if you've got on your sidebar, you've got a global area, like you want to change, make a change there, like your phone number. That'll happen on all the pages where that appears. And we've covered on how you've got your blog and you want to make a little change there. All right, guys. So now let's just talk about for a minute on adding a new post. And this is where we're also going to talk about adding a video. So that's really, really cool. Okay, so here for posts, I can click add new. The first thing I want to do though is I want to check my categories because every post has to have a category. So I click categories right there. You notice I've got several here. I've also got the uncategorized, which is a default catch-all. If you did not assign a category, it'll be put automatically in the uncategorized. So guys, what we do is this is one of the ways we catch to see if we've got a mistake. If we've ever got anything in uncategorized, we know we have a mistake because we forgot to assign the category. You'll see it says 0 right here. And so if it said a 1 right there, I would click on the number to open up to see what that was so that we could then make the change and get that corrected. All right, so if you want to add a category, you just say, let's say we want to do the mortgage rates. And I see I've got some misspelling there because of my red line under the word mortgage. I'm just going to right click, select the correct spelling. The parent is going to be blog because whenever anyone goes to the menu item blog, I want them to be able to see all of this stuff. So that's how I would do that. Just click add new category. I'll just do that. And you see mortgage rates is right there. Let's say, oh, I made a mistake. I can click edit, or I can just click delete right there. Okay. And it's gone. All righty. So let's add a new posts. So I'm going to click add new. I'm going to select the title. And I could, if I wanted to use the page builder, I could do that right now. But since my blogs don't have the page builder in it, I'm just going to keep going down here. All right. So this is where I put my text, and typically, quite honestly, I would just come over here. I'm going to copy right out of Word. and I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste right there. There you go. I'm going to choose my category right there. And Michael, I see we've got apply for homestead, something there. So that might be something to look at later. We've got under contract here. That's like, it's not under the blog thing. So if you got any questions about this, just get with me. I can help you with that. So we've got our text right there. And quite honestly, all we do is we're going to just publish right there. That's going to save it for us. A couple of things we didn't do, just as a reminder. We didn't set the featured image. We didn't set the social media images. We didn't do the, check the little SEO out here and get that done. But that basically did it right there. Now, I'm going to put that on draft there just for a minute. Okay, guys, so let's say that, we've talked about this a lot, that, one of the easiest things you can do is make videos, because as sales professionals, real estate professionals, I mean, you talk about real estate all day long, and, you might as well just talk while you're having your phone record it. And it's one of the simplest things to do, especially if you go live on Facebook or YouTube, because then it's just automatically on Facebook or YouTube. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to upload it. It's just there. You go to it, maybe, add a title, description, something like that. But hey, it's nice and easy. Okay, so let's say you want to put one of those videos on your website. So super easy, guys. I've got the Greystone channel right here. And I'm sure Jorge would not mind if you guys came over here and put some of the videos on there. Matter of fact, let me just go over here, Incognito Browser, because I was in their account where they actually edit the videos. Let me go right here, and probably better than that, let me go to their website. We go down here, and here's their icons for social media. Let me click YouTube. All right, and I can click videos here, guys. You know how to work YouTube, right? Now I just go over here and open up one of the videos. Videos is video plays right there. I just pause it. All right, guys. So here I'm going to click share. I'm going to click embed. I'm going to just copy this right here. I'm going to go over to the website. Find Michael's website. There it is. I'm going to go into text right there. I'm just going to paste this code that YouTube gives you right there. Boom. That's it. Period. Super, super, super simple. I click Save Draft right there. I'm going to View Post. Right click on that, open a new tab. Boom, right there you go, man. There's the video. Super, super, super simple. Like the simplest thing you'll ever do. There's the video. All right, guys, I'm going to let you in on one of my little, I won't call it a secret. Everybody knows it, but one of our techniques, let's say that. Okay, so you're already getting a lot more. You're already getting a lot more mileage out of your video, just as it is, right? So to get even more mileage out of it, Scribey.com. So we use Scribey.com. It costs, you can get the automatic 10 cents a minute. We get like 80 cents a minute. And what is a video? Maybe 2.5 minutes long. So what, for a couple of bucks, you get a transcript. All right. So, you just get your account, you just log in. Matter of fact, let me go on and log in here, guys. And if I wanted to get, excuse me, let me go back over to my video over here. If I wanted to get a transcript of this video right here, I would just copy the YouTube URL right up here. I would go over to Scribey. I would say upload. I would say YouTube video. I would put the URL right there. And I would say import. It's going to import that within about a minute. And then I can order it for $2 in about 24 to 48 hours. I'm going to have a transcript. Okay. So you say, why is that important? That's important for a couple of reasons. First of all, let me I'll come back and get rid of this later. It's important for a couple of reasons. Number one, I don't know about you guys, but with myself, a lot of times I don't want to go through the whole video, right? I want to know one thing in particular with the video, or a couple of things with the video. Here's ActiveCampaign. This is one of the webinars we did recently. Little intro, video, transcript, and I can come down through here. I can search to what I'm looking at. I can come over here in my browser. I can say find. I can say something maybe like contacts, and I can just find out what I want here. I don't want to go through the whole 1 hour video, right? I can find right here. The other thing that is super valuable, maybe the most valuable to me as a website owner, is for SEO purposes, search engines, for the most part, do not they do not use the videos itself for social media ranking. And even if they did, who gets the ranking on this? YouTube, right? Because it's a YouTube video. Where are you going to get your SEO ranking? It's going to be in your introduction, and it's going to be in your transcript. We're talking SEO only, all the way through your transcript. So for me, if we don't put the transcript on there, I have lost all my SEO ability that I got from that video. So those are the reasons personally that I put them on there. You don't have to do that. That's just the reason I personally do that. All right, so guys, so we've got the video on here, and let's say you wanted to put something else on there. I'm going to just come right there. I personally just put some question marks. I look right here. I can see exactly where those are at. And then I can, if I want to do transcript, I do that, and then just whatever. I just paste my transcript right from that service right there. I want to make this an H2 tag. I do that. There's my transcript, and boom, I'm in business. I'm going to save draft right there. I'm going to look at that one more time. Boom, there you go. All right, so I'm going to take a break right now, guys. We've been going almost 45 minutes, probably a good place to stop. But let me open up for a minute. And guys, do you have any questions? All right, if you do, just break on in. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say no questions, just taking it all in. Thank you for all the information.
Yeah, I know it's hard to get all at once, guys. We've got another one of these at 2 o'clock on Thursday. And if you want to catch that, you can. Maybe at that point, number one, maybe you want to see it again, because then you can absorb it. Number two, we'll have this on YouTube. We'll get that URL to you. And of course, at the end of the day, where you're really going to learn is when you get in and you start working on your website, right? So what did we talk about? We talked about going to your pages like these and click on Beaver Builder, make some little changes. Talked about going to your sidebar. And if you want to make like a little change, you can make it one time and the change is made everywhere. We talked about changing some of your blogs. If you got something you want to change there, we talked about that. We talked about putting in a new article, and we talked about even adding a video if you want to do that. Okay, guys, I'll just hang out here for another minute or two and see if anyone has any other questions, and then we'll close out for today. So, any questions, guys? Any questions at all, either on something we've covered here, or if you have a question on something else, we'll be glad to take that also.
No questions. Pretty simple.
Cool.
Thanks, Alan.
Hey, you're very welcome, and I appreciate that, Vanessa. That it is simple. That's the thing I want to get over to everybody. This is, and it's like anything else. You start at the bottom of the learning curve, right? So, but once you do it a little bit, you're getting the hang of it a little bit. I mean, it's no more difficult than doing a Word document, doing a simple little spreadsheet in Word. I mean, it's really quite simple. And yeah, so don't be afraid of it. Just, take baby steps and get started. And it's really simple. All right, guys. So again, we'll do this. We'll do it again at 2 o'clock. We'll just stay really wide open to the needs of the people who are here. And so if you've got questions, if you want to see again, if you're like, how did you do that? Come on in, and we'll be talking about adding content to your website. And as we progress on in baby steps, we'll even start getting into some more of the SEO little things that we didn't touch on today, and even a couple little tips on even adding the videos so that only your videos come up as a suggested when somebody pauses or stops instead of just whatever YouTube wants to send people. We've got solutions for all of that, guys. So, okay, so we'll stop for today. And hey, listen, we're always available on WhatsApp, and WhatsApp me anytime. We'll be happy to help you out. For now, we'll let you go and talk to you later. Thanks for being here, everybody.